Today's video was shot back in February, and this is me at Steadfast Farm looking at Eric Schultz's very DIY and lean microgreen setup. You can make over $1,000 a week with this setup, and the infrastructure is pretty simple and pretty affordable. Before we go into this video, I just want to let you guys know that we are doing another workshop at Steadfast Farm. This is going to be February 3rd, 2020. And tickets are on sale right now. There'll be a link in the show notes right below this video. And I'll also have a discount code in there if you want to come as a couple. You get about $100 off each ticket. And early bird tickets are on sale now until November. So right now, the tickets are going to be about $200 cheaper than they are going to be in going into mid-November. So hope to see you guys there. Enjoy this one. Hey guys, I'm here at Steadfast Farm and I'm in their little microgreen room, and I thought I'd just make a relatively quick video and just give you a little tour of this setup. For those of you who want to get into microgreens, a number of people have asked me to do something on it, so this is that video. And let me just give you a little tour of this setup, explain each thing in here. And it's so small that it's a really good one to talk about. And I can pretty much cover everything relatively quickly. So we are in a room that is, I would say it's about 12 by 12. So it's fairly small. It's insulated. So we are in Arizona, and we don't get a lot of cold here, though it has been a really cold winter. So there is heat in here right now. They've got a, where is it? Actually, I don't even think they have a space heater in here right now because it's warm enough. Yeah, so they don't. So they have an air conditioner in here, which is used a lot more than they would need heat, even in Arizona. And so that's keeping this room at 78 Fahrenheit. So they got their AC, and then they have, yes, that's their AC. Then they've got a dehumidifier running 24/7. This is really important, especially for small microgreen rooms. Pretty much every microgreens operation needs to run a dehumidifier. And a room like this, something small like this, is just fine. They've got this running at 39% humidity. It's just a hair model, really simple. You can buy these at pretty much any appliance store. I'm sure you can find these even at Home Depot, probably less than $200. And normally these things fill up this little area here, but what you can do so that you don't have to come and empty that is you can actually just attach a hose to it there and then just drain it somewhere. And so fortunately they've got a little kitchen sink here that's draining into. So this is running 24/7, keeping the humidity consistent, because in a small room like this, when you're watering these things, they do produce a lot of humidity. Having said that, the setup they're using for watering is a bottom watering setup, and that actually does reduce humidity, because if you're top watering, the crop is going to perspire a lot more, so that's going to kick up a lot of humidity. Like in my big nursery, where I'm no longer growing microgreens, at least this year, we were top watering everything, and so I would notice my humidity go up at least 20% every time I watered. So we'd go and water everything around, and then the humidity would really skyrocket. So the dehumidifier would be running a little bit overtime, and to bring that humidity back down to about 40% or something like that. That's, you know, if it's comfortable for you, it's comfortable for the crops. That's my rule of thumb. So 40% humidity around there is really nice. But what they're doing here for their bottom watering is they're using this product called from a company called Botanic Care, and it's a made in the US product. You can even, I'll take a photo of that QR code for you, and you can find these online somewhere. But they're great. They fit 4 10-20 flats perfectly, and I like too how they have this gap on the front, so you push everything to the back and then you just water in there, and that waters them nicely. So that is how they water. It's really simple. If you're using the paper pot flats, the 1122s, they won't fit in this. Well, you could fit 3 flats of those in this, but we actually, because I co-own Paper Pot Co., we actually now have a bottom watering flat for the paper pot trays. So if you're bottom watering, you could do that way. But you also might be able to buy a bigger one of these. I'm not exactly sure. But that's what they're using. And then let's just talk about the racking system itself. Really, really simple. These are just generic steel shelves. You can literally buy these anywhere. I bought mine at Costco. They've got these on wheels, which is good, but you're not going to move them around a lot anyways because they're hooked up to electricity. But if you had in a greenhouse and you were doing natural light, which is, I have one of these in my greenhouse right now, and I like that I can move it around because I'm just using natural light. And so there's that. The lighting system, really, really simple and not optimal, but good enough. They're getting decent crops. These are just generic Home Depot light ballasts with T12 fluorescence. So these are cheap. These are like $15 all included pretty much. And so that's their main lighting. They've got one light or one ballast per 4 flats. Some growers are doing 2, but they seem to be getting good enough results with just 1. So that's working well enough. Eric was saying he would be interested in switching over to some LED lights. The prices on LEDs have really come down in the last couple of years, so that is becoming more economical for people. Because before those prices came down, the cost savings based on the energy wasn't really worth the investment. But I think it's getting to a point now where LEDs are getting more competitive that the cost savings is justified in the upfront purchase. And Eric was telling me that he's looking at some LED ballasts that are like $20. I forget the brand name of them. But the brand, and I mentioned this in a previous Q&A video, but the brand that growers like Vanessa Hannell that I visited in Calgary and the guys at Micro Acres, the couple, they're using a light called a Sun Blaster. And I'll put that link down in the show notes too, again, so you guys can check that out. But that's what they're using. That's kind of the go-to light for a lot of microgreen growers. They are more expensive than these. I think they might be even up to $50. That would be Canadian a piece. I don't know if that's the exact price, but it's somewhere around there. And that is a better light. These, these are okay for microgreens, but they're not great for nursery starts. But they will work at the very early stages. Like in this rack here, Eric actually started all of his tomatoes in here. They're now in the greenhouse. But you can't, like, with a light like this, it's just blue spectrum. It's predominantly blue spectrum. And so you can really only grow a crop in the foliage stage. Once a crop starts setting fruits and flowers, it needs a wider light spectrum. And this is why you can't grow like full hydroponic crops or crops to full maturity on light like this. You need a full spectrum light. And so that's the difference between that and something like a Sun Blaster. It's more of a full spectrum light. And one other thing I can point out, so he's got a fan running in here that's just kind of keeping the airflow going. That's really important. Your main things to consider if you're gonna grow microgreens is airflow, temperature, and humidity. Those are your biggest 3 factors that if you can manage those, if you can keep those things under control, you'll reduce most of your problems. But this is a setup that's quite simple. We've got 5 levels per rack, and there's 3 racks in here. He's actually got room for a 4th, which he told me he's going to put in. So we essentially have 20 microgreen trays per unit. So with all 3 of these, that's 60 flats. Eric can get close to $20 a flat here, so just do the math. 60 times 20 is $1,200. And I do know for a fact that Eric at Steadfast has been generating about $1,000 a week of revenue for microgreens. So they can do that with this setup, no problem. I mean, one of the greatest things about microgreens is you can just stack things on and turn up your production. It's really that simple. Put a little bit more energy in to have more lights, a little bit more in your dehumidifier. Maybe you need to control the air, the temperature a bit more. That's all it is, and you can, the sky's the limits really, as long as you've got a market for it. But just think, a setup like this that can make $1,000 a week. Total infrastructure here, I'm gonna guess and you know, don't quote me on this exact number, because you can go and look at all these products and find this out for yourself. But I'm gonna guess there's not much more. I would say there's $2,000 of materials in here maximum. So I'm not talking about the room. I'm just talking about the racking systems and the bottom watering trays, the lights, the dehumidifier, a simple fan, and an AC unit. There's really $2,000 tops of materials here. And so the one thing I'm not including is going to buy all of your 10-20 flats. So these generally cost anywhere between $2 and $4 a flat for 10-20s. So if you're going to do an operation that is going to be producing 60 flats a week, you need to have at least double that many flats. And one thing too that's worth pointing out is if you turn the heat up on your operation, you can turn these over twice a week. So once you uncover microgreen flats, they really, and that might be a thing too, if he added more light, he could turn these over quicker. I'm not sure if their cycles are once a week or twice a week, but with more light and heat, you can turn microgreens over every 4 days. So you can essentially get 2 crops out of the same area twice a week. So I said he's got room for 60 flats. He could just turn up the dial with his energy inputs and potentially do 120 flats a week. So 120 times 20, what do we got there? That's 120 times 10 is 1,200. So he could essentially do up to $2,400 a week in microgreens. So once you start to understand this basics of how this works, you can really see how the sky's the limit with this kind of production, and you could just turn up the dial and crank out a lot more production, basically doubling your output. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, please share it and like it, and I hope to see you down at Steadfast Farm this February. Again, link is in the show notes. Early bird tickets are on now, and you can get $100 off each ticket if you come with 2 people. All right, see you in the next video.